This is the video for the needs assessment. I chose to focus on this semester the support of gender diverse individuals in Michigan during pre- and postnatal care. The purpose of the needs assessment were to determine the number of factors. The first factor was, what were the current needs of gender diverse individuals in the area of conception, prenatal care, birth, and postnatal care? And two, what were the current services in Michigan that were equipped to work with gender diverse individuals? Three, were the current services in Michigan adequate enough to meet the population's needs? And four, what can services in Michigan be improved upon in these areas? The needs assessment looks to identify the current needs of gender diverse individuals in the Michigan area. What needs did these individuals have surrounding the pre- and postnatal process? These processes can include conception, pregnancy education, birthing process, birthing day, and birth aftercare. Did these individuals need more care around policy, advocacy, individual resources, or care? The needs assessment was also utilized to gather information around services that were already in place for gender diverse individuals. Services could include gender neutral birthing plans, educated birth providers, education on conception while gender diverse. The needs assessment assesses the amount of providers and the inclusiveness and depth of service provided. Where it can be improved. The needs assessment will serve to gain information in the area that need more attention or can be improved upon. It will find information on ways the services can better serve the individuals in need. Data collection. This section will be about how I gathered my data. How was the data collected? Data was collected in the following manner. A poll was created on an LGBTQ Facebook page where members were asked to rate pregnancy and birthing experience in Michigan. Another poll was created where individuals could insert the names of the practices and providers they went through, as well as insert commentary about their experiences. Myself, the author, reached out to several of the identified agencies and providers to inquire about their practices and advocacy. Now, I will talk about the results of what I found. Again, to cover what the purpose of the needs assessment was, to find out the current needs, the current services, and where they can improve. Current need. The poll responses indicated that there is a call for more providers that are educated on gender diverse individuals in general, as well as surrounding pregnancy and birth. Some of the main notions that were made in the commentary were that providers often misgendered their clients and called them woman, she, her, mother, the typical maternal misnomers. This can be very harmful, but that is not the purpose of this assessment. The poll also indicated that there are not enough doulas or other pregnancy services in Michigan that provide services for gender diverse individuals. Current services. After searching in Google and recommendations on a poll created through Facebook, there were 3 service identifiers identified in the state of Michigan that provide services that are gender diverse specific. Through research and speaking with a doula agency in Michigan, it was learned that they are the only pregnancy and birthing provider with services that are specific to gender diverse individuals who have had extensive education and training. This agency is called Live Light Birthing. They are centered out on Eastern Michigan, and they have a doula on board that is specifically sent to work with trans and other gender diverse individuals, but all of their staff are trained. Based on that following information, I had the following recommendation. There is a need for a larger presence of resources for gender diverse individuals. There is also a need for a larger amount of education of gender diverse individuals in existing resources and services. A standardized requirement for education around pregnancy and birthing providers surrounding gender diverse individuals during their pregnancy and birth. What this means is that the state should recommend a set of learning to educate all birthing providers on working with these individuals, as their care is incredibly important, and we should always strive as professionals to be culturally sensitive and culturally educated. How the future use of these findings, how I will provide the findings I have. I plan to create an email with the findings and feedback gathered by the Facebook polling and interviews with Michigan resources and providers. I plan to take snippets and quotations from the research and the polls that I gathered, and I'm going to equip them into an email. I will send these providers as well as other birthing providers in the state of Michigan an email detailing the needs for these services for these individuals and continue to create bonds so that I may continue working with these providers to hopefully create a less disparity surrounding birthing in this area. My reflection of the entire situation. After working on this project the entire semester and conducting the research, I am feeling more hopeful, not only as a social worker, but as a gender diverse individual in myself. While there are not a great amount of service providers that work specifically with this group, there's at least one, and there are more providers that have expressed interest in becoming more educated, and that provides hope. While they aren't present yet, they can be, and hopefully this will grow soon. I find myself ready to create a plan going forward and continue my work as a social worker with this project. Thank you for attending my presentation.